Hello, you are watching the AP Parent Online Training for parents, guardians, and caregivers of students at Juan Diego Catholic High School who have registered for AP classes in the 2025 to 2026 school year. My name is Dr. Christine Celestino, and I am currently the Assistant Principal over academics, including AP and our academies. So why are we here? As I said, your student has registered for at least one AP course next year. They're in good company. In 2024 to 2025, 57% of Juan Diego students completed at least one AP course and the corresponding national exam. One of the keys to these students' success has been parental support. The goal of this video, therefore, is to help you better understand AP classes, the AP program, and the commitment that your student has signed up for in registering for one of these classes. So what are AP courses? The Advanced Placement Program is offered through an outside company called the College Board. The College Board has designed curriculum for college-level courses that students can take during their high school careers. Teachers all over the world follow this curriculum, and then their students take a national exam at the end of the term during the first 2 weeks of May that is scored between a 1 and a 5. Generally considered a 3 out of 5 is a pass, and a 5 makes the student very well qualified in that subject at the college level. These exams carry an additional fee, and this year that fee was $105. We expect to find out what the fee for the 2025-2026 school year will be come this fall. Juan Diego offers 28 of these AP courses, and each of those AP courses carries with it somewhere between 30 minutes and 1 hour of homework per night. So, who can take AP courses? The College Board states that the AP program is for all motivated and academically prepared students, and they strongly encourage high schools to follow this principle. Some high schools will let any student enroll in an AP course as long as the student has taken the recommended prerequisite courses. Other schools have additional rules, such as placement tests, or teacher recommendations, or other things that students must do in order to qualify for an AP course. What it boils down to is that motivation and academic preparedness is up to the individual school. Juan Diego falls somewhere in between these. At Juan Diego, many of our AP courses are open to any interested student to take. Some of these courses have prerequisites. For example, to take AP Biology, a prerequisite course is that the student must have already taken academic or honors biology and must be either completed or currently enrolled in chemistry. Similarly, AP Calculus carries with it prerequisite math courses. Some courses require a teacher recommendation, and 2 of our AP courses, the capstone courses, AP Seminar and AP Research, require a formal application process. So why should a student consider taking one of these AP courses? One of the biggest reasons that's stressed by the College Board is that AP courses prepare students for life after high school, and specifically for college. AP courses strengthen college applications, and 85% of colleges and universities do look at AP courses when making admissions decisions. On that test at the end of the year, a score of 2 or higher has been shown to correlate to higher success rates for students in their freshman year of college. A score of 3 or higher might actually lead to college credit, with some colleges providing credit for courses at a score of 3, while others may provide credit for courses at a score of 4 or 5. Some colleges do not provide credit for AP classes taken in high school, but they still look at that when they look at college applications. And why do colleges like to see AP courses on students' transcripts? Well, because these courses develop student skills. They develop skills in time management, problem solving, and perseverance, as college level coursework is very difficult for high school students to complete. Another reason why students should consider taking AP courses beyond the advantages towards college are personal fulfillment. AP courses go into greater depth in areas that may be of interest to your student. For example, if your student has an interest in art history, then a way to learn more about that subject would be to take AP art history in high school. AP students also often form an academically focused and supportive community within their courses, as these students learn to study together, work together, and then form that supportive community together. So if the AP program carries all of these benefits, why would a student not want to take an AP course? And the answer to that is balance. AP courses, as we said earlier, carry a very high homework load, with somewhere between 30 minutes and 1 hour of homework each night per AP course. Even if a teacher has not specifically assigned homework in an AP course, students who are successful will do their own studying for their AP courses on nights when they do not have formal homework. So why would homework be a potential issue? 75% of students in a Pew Research study describe themselves as often or always feeling stressed by schoolwork. And so this can take a toll on students' mental health. Many of our students at Juan Diego are very involved outside of school in things like sports, campus life, clubs, and other activities that take up their time after school. It is largely considered that 2 hours of homework per night becomes counterproductive, and that's considering that the student has plenty of time after school to complete those 2 hours of homework. But if your student is involved in a lot of sports or extracurriculars and is frequently not getting home until later at night, then you might want to talk to them about what is really feasible for them to complete so that they can still get enough sleep, reduce their stress, and protect their mental health. As it said on the previous slide, high school is a marathon, not a sprint, and students can always take courses next year. They do not have to take all of the AP courses that they might think they want to take during their high school career all at the same time. So students should consider that homework load and metering out how many AP courses can I realistically take this year, and are there some that maybe I should save for next year? To help students to be able to manage this stress and manage their workload, Juan Diego, a few years back, implemented an AP course contract. The AP course contract is a contract between the student, their parents, and the school that explains what the commitment is for an AP course, that the student and parent understands that commitment, and then helps the student and parents to consider the workload that they're taking on when they take on multiple AP classes, and guide them through the process if once they're in their AP classes, they find that they are struggling. For example, point 5 on the AP course contract states that enrollment in AP courses should be made considering extracurricular activities and academic perseverance. In an occurrence where a student needs to withdraw from an AP class, the student must follow the following procedures. The student must first communicate with the teacher to discuss concerns about their AP class. They must meet with their parent or guardian, their counselor, and that AP teacher to aid student success in the AP class. And if all available resources and options are exhausted, the student and their parents will meet with the Academy's coordinator, that's me, and their counselor to confirm withdrawal from the course. Parents and students should note that withdrawing them from the course after the deadlines that are set by the College Board will result in additional fees and potentially with not being able to recover that AP exam fee. And there's nothing we can do about that at Juan Diego. That is the College Board that institutes those fees, and they're not within our control. Since we've implemented this AP course contract, the impact has been a significant drop in withdrawals from AP courses, improved conflict resolution between students and the adults in their lives, improved self-esteem amongst our AP students, and reduced disruption to students' academic progress, as leaving a course and potentially having to be placed into a learning center or a lesser course does disrupt student academic progress in high school. AP enrollment has remained steady since we have implemented this AP course contract, showing that it isn't that students are choosing not to take AP courses, but rather that students and parents are just a little bit more prepared for what to expect. And the process for helping students to stay in those AP courses when they encounter a struggle has just gotten a lot better. Okay, so now what? Your student has chosen to enroll in an AP course during registration. Now is the time to have a discussion with them about the AP courses that they've chosen, the number of courses that they've chosen, how those courses fit into their long-term academic plans, and how the homework load for those courses will fit into the student's life outside of high school. If the student has chosen to take more than 3 AP classes next year, that will need to be approved by their counselor. A link to a Google form can be found in your email as well as in the video description below this video in YouTube. Once you finish watching this video, you can open up that Google form and answer some quick questions to show that you have understood the content. And once you submit that form, the AP contract will be emailed to you. This contract should be hand-delivered to the student's counselor by the end of the school day on Friday, May 23rd, which is the last day of final exams. If you have any questions, I would very much love to talk to you about them. Again, my name is Christine Celestino, and you can email me at christinecelestino@jdchs.org, and I will respond to your email as soon as I am able to. I look forward to seeing your students in our AP courses next year and celebrating their successes.